Like, which type of moron does this in the first place, then records themselves and put that online? So Bracebridge OPP is investigating a bunch of men that recklessly discharged firearms and destroyed a public bridge in the Georgian Bay, which is around Muskoka.
It's cottage country. Right?
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, it's let's just say it's a big no-no.
Yeah.
What they're saying, it's absolutely idiotic. But what's funny is that those idiots posted that shit online. Like, I got a second video where the guys are actually on their social media sharing this shit. Like,
you know why, right? Because there's a certain feeling of being untouchable, I think, for certain identity groups or certain demographics. And I haven't even seen the videos, but I got a feeling like the guys doing this will.
They're all a bunch of white guys, actually.
Oh, okay,
all a bunch of white guys.
Okay. So
no, they're not. They clearly are not. I'm just fucking. No.
Well, I stand corrected. Oh, but yeah, apparently
they would have been caught. They would have been caught because this happened a few days ago. But they would be crucified.
But what I think these guys are miscalculating is now they're in rich people territory, and that shit don't fly, man. Like, as long as you are causing destruction or disruption or problems for the peasants or the poors,
not a problem.
Not a problem.
If you're in Brampton, nobody cares.
Yeah. Once you start shooting up Muskoka, then it's going to be a problem. And I got a feeling
no.
They're going to regret filming this.
So if you look at the bottom, there's literally the name of the guy. Binjan Jawanda. He actually...
Holy fuck.
No, he posted this shit online. And hashtag Brampton, hashtag Muskoka, hashtag Punjabi. That gives you an idea of where they're from. So I got a few videos. Let's play the first one. Showing their license plate.
Because they don't care, right? Just
look at them.
They know they assume there will be no accountability.
Look. Oh shit, I stopped it at the perfect time. Look at this. Like, he actually posted
on his own name, his own picture.
This is obviously Facebook. Yep. But like, look how ridiculous they are. Like, I'm just gonna cut the sound here because there's no point having it. But look at this. The guy comes out of the car.
What are you doing?
The other idiots is already shooting. Like, look at this. His gun is still aiming at the floor. His finger's already on the trigger. Like, that guy has no trigger control whatsoever. For all you know, he's gonna shoot his buddy. There's other videos. The guy cannot handle the recoil, and he's shooting up.
His little body is.
But man, you just look at this. Like, look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
like,
this is dumb.
Oh, but hold on. Like, look at this one.
What the? What?
I'm just gonna cut the sound because there's no the music just. Oh man, the music gets on my nerves. But let me just, there you go. Okay, so let me play this. So look at I swear to you, they have an AK-47 variant.
Oh, yeah.
That is not even legal in Canada. So not only are they doing really dumb shit, illegal dumb shit, they have illegal guns that are not even allowed. Like, I'll show it to you. He's right there. Right there.
There's no way that's allowed. There's no way that's legal in Canada.
All the other ones, they're all shotguns. You see an SKS. You see hunting rifles. No big deal. Like, as per the type of gun, I mean. But this, no. My buddy has one of them because he was grandfathered from 20, 30 years ago. But look at this. That's the one. Like, look at the lot of muzzle
control. Get out of town. Maybe in Calisthans that'll fly.
Like, no control. What? Look at this tard.
Holy shit!
Like,
man.
Look at the stance. He's literally like.
They've got tables and everything. They brought the whole setup.
Yeah.
But like, holy hell, man, these guys are gonna learn. Like, yeah, affluent white liberals generally are the people.
See what I mean? Look at this. So he shoots, he discharges the first shell of shotgun. Look at the second. His gun is still at an angle and he's already shooting because he has no control over the muzzle.
They're just shooting.
Look at that. Look at this. Pow. Yep. Over water into the woods. They have no idea what. Look at this. Pow. His gun wasn't even back and he's already shooting.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of someone in their backyard showing some damage from this.
Yeah, but now we're talking hunting rifle. So for all you know, that's like a 308, 30-06. This is something that can carry kilometers over kilometers kilometers. And those, like, it's one thing if they have shotguns, unless you have you actually have a slug in there, like, a slug, you'll carry it 100 yards. But if you have bird shot, which those idiots probably have bird shots, it doesn't have a lot of reach. So I'm not too worried about those ones. But this is dangerous. We're talking
at that angle,
kilometers upon kilometers upon kilometers. Yep, absolutely insane. But the guys are just shooting this shit like it's absolutely nothing. Look at those idiots. And you know that those guns, not only that, but they're not even clearing the guns. No. The mag is still in. For all you know, there's bullets in the chamber. And if you notice, as soon as they grab the gun, where's their hand? Right on the fucking trigger like assholes. So you know that those guys, every time I look at the video, I'm like, how did he not shoot himself?
Yeah, there's no training here at all.
No.
So Logan White says the police are asking the public for help, yet the play is clearly visible. Are they actually asking the public for help? Come on, man.
Yes.
Come on.
That's where the video's from. The post I'm using was done on purpose. It's literally the Bracebridge OPP is investigating several men after recklessly discharging firearms and destroying a public bridge. They're looking for who those people are. Yet they're very, like, the license plate was right there. So not only was the license plate there, but he posted it.
He posted it under his name. Like, come on, guys. If you don't want, as Sylvie says, too bad there wasn't a white guy included in that gang of fools. Police would have located them immediately based on loan.
Well, that's basically what I said earlier. Look at this. So this is another video, but same thing. This is all part of the same video. Like,
that's wild.
Like, which type of moron does this in the first place? Then not only does this, but records themselves and put that online. Like, how stupid?
Well, it just
can
shows
you be?
How untouchable they feel. Of course, there are white people that would do this stuff too, but they know that they'll actually be arrested if they post video of it. These guys just no accountability. But again, they miscalculated. Like white affluent liberals are the people who are, for the most part, supporting this open borders immigration. But that's under the assumption you keep the shit away from them. Once you start affecting the actual rich people, then then that protection.
Those Karens are gonna get you.
Those Karens are gonna turn on you big time. There was a comment here about legal gun owners. I forget who it was. I'll try to find it. But basically, the gist of it was, and it's going to be the legal gun owners that they're going to crack down because of stuff like this. Yeah, here it is from Derek Sittler. This will be used as fodder.
100%. They're going to go after me.
Because they'll be like, see, we need to crack down on guns. Well, yeah, but those aren't even legal anyways. These are clearly people who are not going to obey the laws.
I want to see, were they born in Canada? Are they from here? Where are those guys from? Because that's my main question. Because
if they are born here, they should be charged with the full extent of the law. If they are not,
deport.
We were being given 2 weeks to pack up our house, to sell our house, to liquidate our assets, and to leave Canada.
Here's a story that developed this morning. CTV News reported on it. It's an American family that's been living in Canada for 15 years, I think 4 years now, in Quebec. They crossed over to the U.S. to go see family, I would imagine. Okay. And on their way back, they're like, oh, by the way, you got 2 weeks to get the fuck out of Canada.
For 15-year-old Stella Figg, This could be her last soccer game on Canadian soil.
Well, I mean, I've lived my whole life here, so it's like home.
Stella was born in the United States, but moved to Canada when she was a baby. Her parents moved here for work 15 years ago with Stella and their son. Ever since moving to Canada, the parents welcomed 4 more children. For them, Canada is all they know.
So it's really challenging to know that I might have to restart at zero.
Huh.
But after coming back from a trip to the U.S. on Monday, Alice Figg says they were stopped by Border Patrol.
We were being given 2 weeks to pack up our house, to sell our house, to liquidate
Wow.
our assets, and to leave Canada.
It turns out their work visa was expired. Federal documents show that the parents, along with their 2 American-born children, must leave the country by September 8th.
That's the shock. That's where the emotion comes out of just being dismissed after all that we've done to work to be here legitimately.
The family tried a few times to apply for permanent residency, but to no avail. Brent Figg says in the past, after their work visa would expire, they were usually given a 90-day grace period to reapply. But this time around, that wasn't the case.
So we were well within that window.
One immigration lawyer who does not represent the family says there is a chance they could stay in Canada.
What I would explore with them is an application under humanitarian grounds, which, that's a system we have in Canada that will allow an immigration agent officer to consider the file as a whole.
Though the Figgs moved around before, since 2017, Quebec has been home. The kids are enrolled in French schools, made friends, and planted roots in the Eastern Townships community. But now all of that is in jeopardy.
That's a wild story.
Our kids are in shock. Yeah, they know what's happening. The Canadian kids did go back to school this week just to say goodbye to their friends, just to have some last contacts.
CTV News reached out to Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada on Sunday, but did not hear back in time for broadcast. Sweeta Rassi, CTV News.
That's fascinating.
Oh, 2 weeks notice to get the fuck out of Canada. They normally had a 90 days grace period to renew.
How often have they had to do this? I wonder. Is it every 5 years or something?
I would imagine so. I can Google it.
Okay, yeah.
Then you had them mentioning that they've tried multiple times to get permanent residency, were denied for those kids that were born here.
Yeah.
And now they're even saying that they're in Quebec and they're in French school. So talk about embracing the culture of where you're living.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. They're just too white for Canada.
I mean,
this is literally the type of immigrants that you
would want.
100% of the time, not the color of their skin, but they work, they
integrated. They're not trying. They're not at Down with Canada protests on the weekends. They're happy to be here. These are exactly. I mean, on the one hand, I mean, if they've overstayed the work visa, they are technically illegal. So there is that. But on the other, all the circumstances that you mentioned, the fact that, this has happened several times and they just reapply and it gets approved. The fact that they've tried to get a PR. So they haven't just been hiding. All those things seems like anyone with a brain should look at that file and be like, yeah, these are not a priority to deport. Now, and if they do deport these people, they better go with the exact same gusto against the fucking criminals. You know what I mean? Okay, if you're gonna say no, they're here illegally, they got to go. Okay, fair. But use that. I absolutely want to see that same energy on everyone who's not a white person too. You know what I mean? And until you see that.
Sorry, man, I'm just laughing.
It's like people be like, oh, no, that's racist. No, I'm just asking for the fucking law to be applied the same to everyone in the country. How is that any sort of a problem? That is it's crazy that we're in this time. We're saying, I think the law should apply evenly to everyone. Equally. That's a problem to say that. It's one of these bizarro moments where everyone knows there's nothing wrong with that statement. Right, that the law should apply to everyone, and yet it's the woke mind virus, if you want to call it that, has just twisted so many otherwise sane people's brains that they think that that's a problematic statement.
To answer your first question, you asked how long is a work visa normally valid for?
Yeah.
Anything from 6 months up to 4 years, depending on
Okay, so they've been here 15 years, give or take. So they've had to do this several times.
Oh, like 3-4 times probably.
And they've never gone over that 90-day grace period, I assume, or they wouldn't have mentioned it. This seems like the kind of thing like, okay, technically, yeah, they're illegal, so you could understand how the proceedings got started.
Yep.
But once a human being looked into the situation, clearly they should be like, yeah, don't worry about these people. Like, they're here, they're contributing, their kids are Canadians, they're going to school. Meanwhile,
people are not getting deported for trying.
Meanwhile, you've got
your old undercover cop.
Yeah, you've got pedophiles trying to have sex with a 15-year-old, and the judge gives him less time so that he can stay in the country. How does that make any sense? I don't care if you're right, left. I'm just talking about having a fucking brain, man. How does that make any sense? Is that the kind of country that you want to live in?
So here's some statistics for you. So as per Statistic Canada, it's estimated that there's about 2,959,825 non-permanent residents currently in Canada. This includes temporary foreign workers, international students, and any type of temporary residents. Based on these numbers and projection, it's estimated that in 2024, India accounted for 40 to 50% of the provenance of non-permanent resident.
Okay.
China, 10 to 15%. The Philippines, 8 to 12%. Nigeria/Cameroon, 7 to 10%. While the U.S. only accounted for 1 to 2%.
So, and you know what? When we first watched this clip, at the end of it, I said fascinating. And what I was actually talking about, I mean, the story itself is fascinating, but once in a while you get a story where it gives you a peek behind the curtains, right? It allows you to see what's going on in the government. Clearly, what is going on, like this story gives us that peek where clearly there's some, intergovernment order that's gone to the border guards to say, punish Americans. We want you to punish Americans. Go after Americans. To me, that seems pretty clear. And that itself brings up some very interesting questions. Like, yes, okay, even if this war is sort of secret out of the public eye, usually the other country will know about if one country is trying to mess around with them in that way. Is it either that or is it just Carney's sent out, we got to be super hard on illegal immigrants. I don't care what the backstory is. Anyone who's here illegally has to go.
Come on.
And if that were the case, I think we see a lot more than just this. We see more than this one family.
Yeah.
So to me, it seems pretty obvious that you're getting a peek in some geopolitics here. It sounds like they told Canadian border guards to go after Americans specifically, or Canadian immigration services. So that's kind of interesting as well.
Joseph Thomas is asking, Canada does not have anchor babies. Yes, we do. We actually do. So it's pejorative, by the way, Jostradamus. You shouldn't use that term. That's what Google says. But hold on. Here's the child automatically becomes a Canadian citizen by birthright. While the child is immediately a Canadian citizen, their birth does not automatically grant their parents legal status or permanent residency in Canada.
So that
parents must wait. But parents must wait until the child reaches adulthood, 18 in Canada, to sponsor them for permanent residency and citizenship. But technically, if they work in Canada, they already have everything they need in order to become permanent resident of Canada.
That's the only question mark I have is what's the story behind that? Because he did say we've tried several times and it didn't work. Okay, but why didn't it work? Like, that's important, I think. Is it because the government has said no? Is there a specific reason? Maybe Buddy has his own record or something that he's not talking about. But that's the only question mark that I could see. Right?
That's possible. You're absolutely right.
Maybe he's got a record. Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, when has that stopped immigrants from coming to Canada? I know. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Alberta Nance says, we'll do family reunification of seniors who will be a strain on our social programs. Yeah, of course. This is not a problem. These people are actually paying taxes. Like, they are the epitome of a productive members of
They're
society.
literally the type of immigrants that you want to have.
Yes,
as much as possible. Much as possible.
When we say you want quality immigrants who are going to contribute to society, that's exactly what they mean. And I know that some brain dead leftists will be like, oh, you mean white people? No, you idiot. People who have jobs and pay taxes and are raising their kids here. You take that exact situation, that exact family, and put brown skin on them, and I'll take 1 million of them, or however many is a reasonable amount every year. Right? 100% of our immigrants we take can look like that. I do not give a shit about the skin, color of the skin, and nobody with a brain does. It's such a brain dead argument that the left has been very effective at, right? And this is what they do. In order to avoid the actual legitimate and reasonable conversation about immigration levels, they'll just be like, oh, you're racist.
You're racist.
You're racist.
You're racist.
And it's worked. To their credit, it has worked.
Here is the video. Doug Ford, probably one of our favorite twats on the show. He went crazy this afternoon. And
what a fat idiot.
He's such a moron. But just the pouring itself is brutal. He can't even pour alcohol properly. I'm telling you, even the pouring is just like, bro,
all right,
what the fuck are you doing?
Let's see.
Crown Oil, right?
Yep.
I see that Crown Oil. I saw it at home.
Did you?
So this is what I think about Crown Oil. That's what they could do. I think everyone else should do the same
I think he thought it would go faster.
Start supporting companies that make whiskey here. Hi, Ontario people. That's what we need to do, is support each other.
He didn't.
You know,
he
something
didn't
I gotta make
practice
this
it
even
first.
come out quicker.
See, you can't even handle pouring it properly.
What a stupid political stunt this is. Especially because they didn't, like, it's still made in Canada, right? It's manufactured in Manitoba or
My
something.
brothers and sisters in uniform over at Crown Royal, I got your back. We're going to be there to help you.
Here he
By the
is.
way,
It's like
I'm gonna send
not
you
even
the
halfway
feed
done.
to, Crown Royal too.
He's gonna light up the crack pipe here in a second.
So this is one of the posts. This is my post from this afternoon. But what's funny about this, before we get to the fact of what you just said, that he's absolutely incorrect. He's literally saying, stop buying American whiskey and buy Canadian. You'll see that he was quite incorrect on that one. But what makes me laugh is that he bought it. It's his bottle. They already have your money, you stupid idiot.
Wow, I'm
you
sure
pouring it on the ground is
taxpayer.
like, oh, of course. But remember,
it wasn't him. Yeah.
Do you remember Tesla?
Yeah.
When people are losing their shit, they're like, "Oh, I want to return my Tesla, bro." They already got your money.
Yeah.
You don't care. You can bash Tesla all you want.
Yeah.
They got your money already. This is the same situation, but here's where is not only is that dumb, not only can't even empty a bottle properly. What he didn't realize is, as you mentioned, turns out that Crown Royal is actually distilled in Manitoba. So it is Canadian.
Guys, this is a photo that I saw.
Here is
What an
Gimli,
idiot.
Manitoba.
What an idiot.
360-acre property next to Lake Winnipeg. 1.5 million barrels of whiskey in warehouses covering 5 acres. The only place in the world making this product before it is shipped for bottling. So basically, they produce it there in Winnipeg, Gimli, Manitoba, sorry. And then it was bottled in Ontario and somewhere in Quebec. Those bottling facilities are being moved to the US, but the product is technically still made right here in Canada.
Yeah.
So once again, Doug Ford is just shoving his foot in his mouth and acting like an idiot time and time again.
He's pushing a boycott on a Canadian product because he's an idiot.
Yep.
Yep. And you know, frankly, even if it wasn't made in Canada, it's just the kind of political sort of posture. It's just stupid. Why not do something about why they left? Figure out why they left, and then change the regulatory environment or something. Crown Royal's not leaving because they hate Canada. There's a reason why they're leaving, right? And it's probably, there's a good chance it's something that the government can fix, whether it's high taxation, whether it's too many regulations, whether it's whatever it is. Like, instead of whining like a little bitch and pouring the booze down the street or down the drain, fix the problem. You're the leader, man. You're the leader of the province. This is exactly the kind of do nothing, know nothing nonsense that people are sick of.
as Trevor Benson is saying in the sales clap, how about work on better policies to keep them here?
Well,
Logan
yeah,
White-
actually, yeah, that's exactly as I was saying, right? Instead of whining and crying, fix it. Fix the problem. Fix the problem.
Logan White is saying Doughboy is a bigger dumbass than his useless brother. And useless brother as in crack pipe smoking Rob Ford, the former Toronto mayor. So Doughboy is a bigger dumbass than his crack smoking brother.
Yeah, I mean, at least Rob was fun.
Yeah, Derek Settler can't even pour out whiskey.
Oh, what
properly.
a fail, right?
Bumpy
He's
Johnson
just dribbling it out.
At least he didn't go with a 3-liter bottle.
No, couldn't afford
Like,
that. Not that he pays for it. That's on the taxpayer. That's taxpayer.
Angry
time.
Canadian.
He just lost his or he gained it because they're all going to run up there after them and start slurping it off the pavement. I'm voting for this guy. Trevor, high quality politicians here. Yeah, this is that's our guy. It's Ontario's guy.
I agree with Angry Canadian. He would have never dumped the cheesecake. I agree. I agree. He would have never done it.
Oh, yep. It's another one.
Well, this is reported as man brandishes firearm on the side of the road while recording a music video.
ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਧੰਦੇ ਕਾਲੇ ਰੰਗ ਨੇ ਬਰਾਉਨ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਬਲੈਕ ਲਿਸਟ ਕਰੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਟਾਊਨ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਸਟੀਲੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਚਾਂਦੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ ਸਿਰ ਫੁੱਲ ਵੈਲੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਕਰਾਉਨ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਪੁੱਛੀ ਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਗੁੱਟ ਤੇ ਪਟੈਕ ਦਾ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਆਈ ਲੈਸ਼ ਵਾਲੀ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੇਖ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਦੀ ਜੱਟ ਬੈਠਾ ਮਸੇੜੀ ਚ ਜਨਾਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਦਾ ਆਈ ਲੈਸ਼ ਵਾਲੀ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੇਖ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ
ਦੀ ਜੱਟ
ਬੈਠਾ
what is it? That's a shotgun, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a super old school shotgun, wood handle. I just have to cut the sound. Yeah.
Civil War era shotgun.
Well, maybe not, but it's like it has a cylinder underneath it. It's not like I have an over under. You crack it. So it's not it's more it's newer than that, but there's a hunting rifle on the car. Do you see it? It's like right there.
Oh, okay. Shit. No. So I mean,
this is the difference. Hold on. Before we address this is the difference between Canada and the US. In the US, that would have been AR-15s. They would have been super nice SIGs or Berettas everywhere. Like you would have had.
Up here, the rappers have like the rappers have like breech loading muskets. They're putting like powder balls in the.
The rappers are fucking Indian with hunting rifles.
You know, of course, nothing's gonna happen. We don't even need to discuss that. The other guys got like there's still no arrest. They had their license plate and uploaded it to by their real name, and they're not caught. I'm sure that this guy is like if he's a rapper, I'm sure his name's out there. I'm sure they know who he is. But
that's not going to change anything.
No. I mean, again, rules for thee, but different ones for us.
Well, one thing I gotta say, this to me is just absolutely fucking hilarious. It's illegal what he's doing. He's brandishing a firearm. Looking at that dude, he's never shot it because he weighs like 115 pounds. He'd go fucking flying trying to shoot that 12 gauge. So
it'd be
right
like
then and there, I'm like, yes, that guy just his turban would go.
It'd be like in the cartoons when like Wile E. Coyote drops, but his smoke shadow is still there. The turban would stay there, but he would be thrown back 20 feet.
It's just that to me. That guy should not have firearms. He should not be around firearm, but it's not the same thing as what happened last week, right?
It's not. It isn't.
But
if this happened first, I don't even think it would be news. But after that, right? Yeah. After that happened, now it's like, okay, what's going on here now? And sorry, go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is that I don't know if I should laugh at this. I don't know if I should be mad at this. I can't be mad. To me, it's hilarious.
No,
I did
I
not
think it's
know
funny.
that Indian rap existed.
Oh yeah,
And it's so Canadian. They have fucking wooden shotguns. Like you're trying to act gangster with a wooden shotgun. How is that making you look tough?
Yeah, dude's got a musket there with the loading his gray powder and a ball there, and rapping. And honestly, I can't get upset, but I don't really care. But the only thing that it does kind of annoy me is, if that was a white dude or a Canadian, he'd be arrested yesterday. And all I'm saying is just apply the law to everyone equally. Like that's not really that. Like personally, I don't have an issue with it. But if you're gonna arrest, a native Canadian, you got to arrest the turbaned ones as well.
I just noticed this comment. We'll finish on this. The comment is, "This is the gayest thing I've ever seen." This is and this is exactly what, a 125-pound Indian with a turban,
big old wooden shotgun,
with a 12-gauge shotgun.
I love to hear the translation of that rap.
Man, I got breaking news, bro.
What's that?
We might have caught an Indian that's 24 years old in regards to what happened in Muskoka.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it just came out within the last hour. So
he must have turned himself in.
He didn't need to. Fucking twat he posted it under his name online. Fucking idiot. Brenton Man, 24, charged after viral careless use of firearm incidents in Muskoka. This is such bullshit. Careless. It's not careless. It's illegal.
Yeah.
Be honest. It's not careless. It is illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't them. It wasn't an accident. They just went out and shot guns. So it'll be interesting to see. If they get all the other ones there, because it's more than one. And they probably all live together. Yeah.
That's so racist. That's so racist that you assume that they do.
Brock says they probably all live in the house, same as I was. It's just fact. It's just factual.
It's displayed in Mac tier. I'm just trying to see if they released the name.
Also, some other breaking news.
It is the twat. See right there, that's the twat that posted it on his Facebook account. Fucking idiot. Well, that's a solid Canadian name right there.
Yeah, that's right. Did you see Donald Trump's renaming the Department of Defense to the Department of War? Or I guess moving it back to its original name. It was that until 1945. That's
that is some 1984 shit right there, bro. Oh Jesus.
Well, actually, if you think about it, calling it the Department of Defense,
the complete opposite of 1984.
The Department of Peace. Defense. Yeah, exactly right. Calling it the Department of Defense was a pretty Orwellian type of bit of newspeak.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
that's funny. Calling it back to the Department of War is actually just using accurate language. No one thinks the U.S. Department of Defense was doing any defense over the last 70 years.
No, definitely not.
No.
But the Department of Peace would have been Orwellian.
That would have been funny, yeah. But of course, the libs will freak the fuck out. Oh my God, it's fascism. Actually, calling it the Department of Defense was the more fascist move. That was the new speak.
See, I agree with what Trevor is saying. Trump is trying to make the U.S. look strong again after what Biden did. I agree. Completely calling it the Department of War.
I mean,
I would love to have a business card that says that I'm the director of the Department of War.
Department of War, Minister of War.
And I'm just I'm just in the baggground fucking flexing.
Yeah, so
I'm shirtless in the picture.
So Hegseth has now been upgraded to the coolest title in government.
That's true.
Secretary of War.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty badass, eh?
My business card would already been made my signature on my Outlook
Oh,
has
yeah.
changed.
Oh, yeah. The Secretary
I
of
got
War.
T-shirts made.
Yeah, I mean it's the accurate name. That's what it is for. I mean, honestly, I think I think I think what Trevor's saying about right. It is about optics, but optics do matter, especially on the geopolitical stage. He's signaling that we're done with the bullshit.
Yep.
And it's when we say like woke mind virus, like it's so many things interconnected. It's being upset about renaming it the Department of War is connected to that police chief who's talking about if someone if someone breaks into your home, the best defense is to comply. Like it's just this.
So you're gonna ruin my one, huh? Thanks again.
Well, as a segue, I'm giving you as a segue. It's just
cool story, bro.
This pussification of society, this just weakness, just in overall weakness in society that has just been infesting Western society for a really long time. And, I think Trump's pushing back against that. And like him or hate him, it's the right move to do. And this is what we were talking about before John came in with Conor McGregor. He's tapping into that exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, this is... It's hilarious. I love it. The Department of War, at least it's honest.
Yeah.
At least it's pretty damn honest because they weren't defending shit.
It's accurate.
Let's go to, because we're going to address what you're talking about. The police chief of York Regional Region. Jesus, I'm spending too much time with you. The York Regional Region.
Jesus. It's very the Department we're renaming the show the Department of Redundancy Department.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to the main subject of the day. This is trending absolutely everywhere. I spent probably a good 2 hours researching this, and I found out something that they're not talking about, and I'm going to make a video about it tomorrow. It's just having not enough time in a day, but this is the type of conservative leader that we need. MMA fighter, MMA legend Conor McGregor has announced that he is running for President of Ireland.
Good morning, citizens of Ireland. I'm here today outside the office of the Taoiseach and Taoiseach, where we are over 200 days into the formation of current government. In these times, this government has cost us our peace of mind, our security, our hope for the future, and the general well-being of Irish citizens nationwide has decreased dramatically, whereby we have seen the homelessness of Irish children risen to levels unprecedented, proving this government's refusal to abide by and respect our proclamation, and where all children of Ireland are to be cherished. Instead, our children abandoned. This incompetent failure of future generations has been accompanied with an intense influx of mass migration into an already severed system. Our tourism has sharply declined, while danger on our streets has risen. Ireland, as a master of martial combat, a solution-driven man, you will hear me speak on a problem but once, then it is action towards solution. I urge all our citizens to be of the same. Today, Ireland, I am outside these gates of these appointed officials, but as your head of state, you empower me to enter these buildings on your behalf. A president face to face with government officials with only one priority: to ensure that the country our founding fathers gave their life for is strictly adhered to on behalf of its citizens. Ireland, under my tenure, the will of the people will be heard. Ireland, under my tenure, we will return important articles of our Constitution prior, and thus again aligning with Padraig Pearse's proclamation, in that we declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood. Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
He's got my vote.
That was one single take, no hesitation. He's been getting trained because I'm not a big fan of his antics. I didn't like him as a fighter. I was never a fan of him. He's done some really shady stuff in the past, like getting brawls with older guys in bars. He's been accused of sexually. He's cheated on his wife left, right, and center. But somebody's getting trained. That was greatly said, no hesitation, and he went for the amen at the end.
That's gonna resonate in Ireland.
Do you know his background story?
Just like the broadest of pictures. I don't know. I mean, what grew up like poor kid, kind of raised himself up from the gutter, kind of thing.
Dirt poor. His wife, she supported him for years so that he could train every day. He didn't work. He was on social aid. She supported him so that he could develop himself. Now he's worth $180 million. He is the highest paid MMA fighter of all time. In Ireland, they don't like Conor McGregor. They fucking love Conor McGregor. For a guy like him to show up, speak the way that he just did, and you know that guy can kick your ass on top of it. So it adds a certain amount of respect when you walk into a room and people look at you and they're like, that dude's dangerous.
Logan says he said that shit with his full chest. He did, and I felt it in my chest. And I'm not even Irish. I guarantee you the Irish felt something in their chest when they heard that. I think he has tapped into exactly what the Irish are feeling right now. Looking at the poly market, which is essentially like political betting right now, they only have him at 6%, which means if you put $100 down on a bet, you'll win $2,000. And this is not financial advice, but I think that's a really, really, really good bet right now. He's tapping into something that a lot of, not just Irish people, but people all over the West are feeling. But it's a silent rage because we cannot speak about it. I mean, look at Graham Lyman, right? This is all connected to this rot in Western society. We often talk about, like, where's the politician who we say, Daniel Smith probably comes closest.
We're speaking yesterday.
Yeah, who just says what they mean and actually just does what they think is right for their constituents. And that's exactly what I saw there. He's not the perfect messenger. I don't think he's probably not a great guy in a lot of ways, but I think he is the right person for this moment, for that role. He's going to be a player in that election, and that is going to scare the hell out of the elites and the establishment all over the West if he even comes close to winning. You know how we always say, the left just calls everyone racist? It's going to ramp up to 1 billion if he gets anywhere near in the polls.
The thing with McGregor is that I've seen such a massive evolution because I've been following MMA forever, like since the beginning of the 90s when there was no rules. Yep. And he's always been a good speaker. He knew how to market himself in order to sell fights. That's why he's worth $180 million, not because he was the best fighter on the planet, because he knew how to play the game. Now, he has been working on his speech. The fact that he did it in one take, because I edit content every day, right? There was no cut. There was nothing.
No.
He did not have any filler words. There was any hesitation in his speech. He's been getting trained. He's going to make some damage. This is just his first announcement video.
Yep.
Wait until he's in a t-shirt and he loses his shit and just says it the way that it is, because this man has passion. This man has something. If you guys were there yesterday, we had Leighton Gray on the show, and we were talking about how we need a new type of politicians. We need people that are coming from a commoner background, that are just regular people that are going to understand what it is to be hurting, what it is to be in the gutter, just to be a regular guy. And Conor McGregor understands that. He's been poor, he's been rich, he understands what Ireland has been through, and this is exactly like we need here. I'm always talking about how We need somebody that's going to flip some tables. We need somebody that's going
Oh, he's that guy.
Yep.
He is that guy.
This is the type of politician I would be. I would lose my fucking shit and I would swear in front of people and then Parliament. Just fucking arrest me. Take me out. If that's what it comes down to, don't care. Don't care. It's going to show that I'm passionate. He's that type of guy. And this, to me, is exactly what Ireland needs. A guy that was poor, that made it. This is the type of conservative leader that we need. We need somebody like him to be ready to lose his shit.
You're right. He's being trained, but he also believes it, right? He also believes in what he's saying. And that is what's been missing from all the politicians. None of them believe in anything except getting elected. There's no financial motive for him. He's rich as fuck. He could retire and be one of the richest men.
Buy an island. And
yeah. Exactly. He's doing this because he believes it. He's going to say all the things that you're not allowed to say. You're not supposed to say. You know, the analogy of the emperor's new clothes, that fits so well right now. That's where wokeism is. Everyone's saying, we all know that the emperor's naked, but we can't say it because we think everyone else sees the clothes. But all we're waiting for is that moment where the little kid says he's just naked. And then in an instant, the mirage falls. The magic spell breaks. You always knew he was naked, but now you know that the guy beside you knows he's naked too. And that changes everything. So he is the worst nightmare for the neoliberal establishment that has been running the West into the ground.
I'm hoping that a guy like that's going to rise here.
I don't think it's an Irish thing. I think it could be a Western thing.
If you understand social media, you can be the next politician. If you understand how to promote yourself on
absolutely.
social, you can reach so many people through podcasting. And this is something that seriously I could do if I wanted to do it.
The conventional wisdom right now is if you say the things as a politician that Conor McGregor is going to say, that it will destroy your career. But if he destroys the conventional wisdom, if he actually thrives, then you're going to see copycats all over the West.
100%. And he knows Donald Trump. He's been to the White House. So this is the type of stuff.
He'll get endorsed. He'll get endorsed.
Oh, of course he will.